background is in video production primarily. So that's how we started, like filming, a little bit of filming, but primarily like post-production, so video editing. For
Yeah.
social media, a little bit of longer form stuff as well, for like adverts, landing page videos, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And me and David, the co-founder, business partner, met in sixth form while we were studying, and he's kind of has a lead generation background, so we're both kind of in tune with marketing. And
Yeah.
then we founded the company. So it's essentially we do web development too. So it's web development and B2B marketing and B2C marketing as well. So it's quite comprehensive. But that's our
Yeah.
background. That's kind of what we do as a company. And this content, this like person to person content, we're trying to implement into our kind of, I guess, marketing offering for other companies. But it's like the first kind of it's very new idea. So we're obviously offering it for free and everything like that. So this is like one of the first episodes we've done, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. Really nice. Yeah. So you are building your audience right now. Yes.
Exactly that. Yeah, basically, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Good.
you came from this is one of the first questions as well. Like, so you've got a fashion and design background, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Correct.
so
Yes.
you tell me a bit about that, man. I'm interested because I actually, started off with some similar things, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've worked over like 2 decades in fashion, mainly in denim design and denim production.
Amazing. Okay.
For this job, I've lived in Thailand also before for about almost 10 years.
Okay,
And
amazing.
and then like our office, we had an office here and multiple factories. But of course, like as with everything, things shift in the market. Production moves somewhere else. So we
Okay, yeah.
closed the office here, and I'm actually from the Netherlands, so I
Yeah.
moved back that time, and I lived there
Okay.
for about 9 years.
Yeah.
And and right now I'm back in Thailand. So actually I'm here for about 5 months right now,
Yeah. That's
and
so cool,
operating
man.
from here. Yeah,
So cool. I really want to visit Thailand because I've done some Muay Thai myself. Like, there's
yeah,
a local kind of gym who work on it, but I know some people go out there to actually train and everything. And like,
yeah,
obviously, beautiful area, kind of the water and everything is really attractive. So that's really cool.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's super nice. It's like,
Yeah.
and that's also like how I get into contact with my like co-founder, with Yuri.
Mm.
I knew him also from here, from Bangkok.
Okay.
And actually, yeah, we always stayed in touch.
Yeah.
And so that is actually
Amazing.
like how I came to the idea, like for this. Yes.
Yeah. So how did, I guess the first like big thing is how did your work in fashion and design meet the idea of recruiting? When did you figure out that businesses' bottleneck was not having the right people in their company?
Well, it was actually for my own. I had a side business in e-commerce. I've always been
Okay.
busy, like designing websites, which I'm
Mm.
still doing. Yeah, I have a
Okay,
design
cool.
agency as well. So same as
Mm.
you, I'm also like really always taking a look like what are opportunities in the market. I
Yeah,
love to work
absolutely.
like digitally. At the moment that I was living here, I met some people from the US, some really cool guys, and they were also busy in e-commerce.
Mm.
I had a jewelry business that time, and they also had one. And actually, I was really busy with the design, and it had to look perfect, and then also my website had to look perfect. And they were actually like really chill, but they were scaling super fast, and I was still like
Right.
really. I was thinking like, hey, am I doing wrong? I'm doing the marketing myself. Of course, you cannot do it at scale if you do it by yourself.
Mm.
And then I asked them like, hey, how do you do this? Like, how do you go they really went to like very quickly to 5-6 figures, like really
Yeah.
crazy. And so they explained me like, we have like a team in the Philippines who do for us like the marketing, SEO, web design, client follow-up, everything. And
Right.
that was actually like super early because it is for me now almost like, I think like almost now like 15 years ago, I think, something like that. And at that moment, I didn't take like action, and I
Mm.
was like, wow, this is really like a good model. I didn't take action, and then actually like COVID happened, and people
Mm.
started to work more remote. And then I
Mm.
thought back like, hey, this is like really interesting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there, it was actually like that. I thought like, oh, I have to do this seriously.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Okay,
Yeah,
so it came from another team, basically a random team who were
yeah,
operating out of the US but outsourcing most of their work. That idea
yeah,
of
yes,
very
yeah,
empirical. Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I guess we're also at an interesting stage for our agency because we've recently hired a video editor as our first kind of role on the marketing side, because obviously that's like, it takes a lot of time to produce high quality content.
yeah,
And we've also got another developer now, but we're in a similar stage where we're considering like, right, we need to scale up. There's a lot of work to do. Kind of got past that
yeah.
stage, but when
I might even
founders
be
start
reaching out to
feeling
you
that
guys as
pressure,
well
what usually
for
tells them
that kind of
hiring
stuff.
isn't
So
optional anymore,
cool,
even if
cool.
they're resisting it. Yeah, man.
Well, of course, I think it is like the companies that we work with is mostly like companies that are startups, for example, or super fast growing companies. Yeah, and they have very obvious signals. They have like like they are like scaling so fast they cannot keep like everything in order. Their systems aren't in place.
Yeah,
They actually like, yeah, many of founders burn out because they are doing everything themselves.
absolutely.
So that is mostly like when they come to us, and then yeah, it's just like having a nice discussion, like, okay, what are you doing now? What do you really need
Yeah,
help with? Actually, what we see a lot is that people think like, oh, I need like somebody who's really general, right? Like a generalist who can do everything.
yeah, like an assistant in a way.
Yeah, yeah, but we actually always advise like, okay, what is at this moment like the core competency that you are missing? For example, sales is super important, or marketing. How
Yeah,
can we make the first step like the most impact?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, so that is actually like what we do mostly. And yeah, founders, when they come to us, it's, yeah, they obviously see already like, hey, our team really needs someone, if they are already further in their growth, or they are really like, oh, it's till here, like I cannot handle it anymore.
yeah,
They are
yeah,
really working in the company themselves instead
yeah,
of on it.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And I think I've been listening to a lot of Alex Hormozy recently as
Oh
this
yeah,
kind of,
yeah,
yeah, as the priority comes to scaling. And he also
yes,
recommends essentially setting a timer. I don't know if you've heard this, but setting a timer for 15 minutes and just continuing to repeat it again and again. And then at the
yeah,
end of the day, or marking down what you've done in that 15 minutes as you go through the
yes,
day. And then at the end of the day, looking at the lowest ROI tasks, or the kind of the biggest denominator of things that you're doing within those 15 minutes, and finding a
yes.
role that can fill that. So like this is something that I'm kind of acting on as well now.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's also that's the 80-20, right? Like the 20% of what you're
Yeah.
doing really has impact. The 80% is like kind of like what you could outsource, for example. Like that is like repetitive things, things that you spend too much time on that not really get you clients or get you like customers, or yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. No, cool. This is actually very pertinent for our company at this stage. It's interesting. But okay, next thing is, when people first think about hiring remotely or offshore, what are their main concerns that are raised, and which of those concerns are usually like actually valid?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly it is like, of course, because there's quite a big distance between like the company where they are located. We work mostly with companies in the US or Europe.
Okay.
There's a big like distance. It's like a remote role, so of course it's a bit like, how about the quality? How about the time zone difference? Will they show up?
Yep.
Yeah, their competency, consistency, yeah, everything that you have with a normal hire, like a local hire. But then it's at a distance, so you cannot walk into the room and say, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" And
Yeah.
so those are kind of like concerns.
Yeah.
But that's also why actually we started this, because we really we look for people who have very extensive experience, 2 years or more, already working with international companies from the
Right.
US, Australia, Canada, Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's like we vet them really thoroughly. So it's like we have like tasks that they have to fulfill to show what they can really do.
Cool.
We meet them all in person. We don't do AI interviews, like an AI interviewer to go through the CV. Is everything like perfect? No, we really meet face to face.
So it's not just like a CV and job title. It's like you actually vet them and have a real team, real people, in a way.
Yeah, and it's so different, because if you meet or a person like in real life, you can see like, oh, their CV looks perfect, but they miss the energy. They miss like, for example, their English fluency is very important for the markets that they work in. Yeah, some people have like, oh, I'm very proficient in English. I write it, I speak it, but when you really talk to them, it's actually sometimes not that good. So that's actually, we filter everything out, and that we really present 3 super candidates that we would hire ourselves, like.
No, that's amazing, man. Good. And also you have the experience. I feel like one of the most important things is understanding the pain from your own empirical experiences personally. So like when you were trying to scale your agency, you realized the problems that you were having. So like you're able to probably sell it very easily, as you kind of are now. Talk about the issues and then resonate with the people who need to hire. So it's perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of founders see offshore hiring as, I guess, like a cost, purely as a cost saving move. But how do you help them think about it in terms of leverage and long-term value instead of just a cost saving move?
Well, of course, like cost saving is really important, because the companies, like I said, like the companies we work with are like startups or high growth. They have momentum. So momentum is like the moment that you have to take action. You have to grow, you have to scale. Of course, funds are limited in a company. So at the moment that you can cut back that cost, it's really important for companies. But on the other hand, it's also like, the scalability, the kind of experience you get in-house, like these are really people who have proven themselves. You know, like some have like 15 years of SEO experience. Some have like 10 years, like they really, and many have visited actually the US or Australia, or like they were so good that they actually like visited, they got invited to visit also the place, the company they worked for. So it's actually like, these are top level people.
Fantastic.
People, and then remote. World class.
That's amazing. Hack, really. Hack. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Yeah, man. And like just for numbers, I guess people would also want to hear like what's the average amount, salary that they would be paying like per month for, let's say, like a marketing specialist, or the average kind of role salary.
Well, we start the roles normally with like 2 years or more experience from $1,000 per month. But of course, we have 2 sides. You have like our client, the company, but we also have like the employee, so the candidate on the other side, and we care about both sides. So it's like, for example, the salaries, they are competitive salaries for the company, but they are also much better than average salary in the Philippines.
It's perfect.
Like if they have like a local job, or they have like a, so we always like $1,000 is really an amazing salary in Philippines. For like somebody who has 2 years of experience, they have seen already a bit what business is about. They can really make an impact. And of course, like with more experience and more like skills they have, the salary is of course like it depends on the seniority of the person.
No, absolutely. But that's really good, like in terms of being competitive, having margins high. So interesting. Are there situations where you genuinely advise a founder not to hire yet, even if they feel stretched? Interesting.
Yes, of course. And that is also what we normally always when we have like the interview with like the people who want to hire. We actually, you see that straight away. So it's like our first questions are like, okay, what are your systems? Like, what are your systems in place? Do you have standard procedures? Do you have documentation that they can read through? Are there enough funds? You know, like, is it like, can you really provide this person a good position? Is the role super clear? We go through that together, and then we take a look like, okay, are you ready or not? If not, then we have like a list for preparation, for onboarding, for we have on our website also an onboarding manual that they can follow. Also for example, the legal part with like like how the salary is paid, those kind of things. That's all like really good to handle right now online, with like Deal.com. Ripple, like there's many platforms that handle that now, the payrolling and stuff like that. So we really make sure like the client is 100% ready, because you know we have actually a 6-month perfect hire guarantee, which means that in like the first 6 months that you hire the candidate, and the candidate, for example, is not to satisfaction of yourself, they have a problem, maybe they have something in their family and they cannot continue the job, we replace one time the person for free.
Wow. Okay. Strong.
So
that's very strong.
That is also something that in the end we don't want, of course. We want you to be satisfied with the first hire. But that makes it also for us really important that the hire is to your satisfaction. That part of ownership, that's what we want to show as well.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. And in terms of also onboarding, would you recommend that a founder kind of records their day-to-day? You know, obviously we're all kind of deep into the operations of things before we hire, but would you recommend that a founder, before they're considering hiring, is like kind of documenting what they're doing on a day-to-day, pulling up kind of documents of how the process works so that they can like instantly plug and play the kind of operational side when they hire?
Yeah, exactly that. They really have everything written down, that they really have templates, or that they exactly know like day to day where to start, like for the first 2 weeks or 1 month, that they know from day to day what they need to do. And preferably it's also that if it's possible within the company to appoint a buddy, you know, somebody who can, who already works for the company, who is, for example, local, and who can explain everything. If there are any questions, you don't go to the founder, you don't go to the CEO. No, you go to the buddy, and he or she explains you exactly how they do that. Take out the small things and make
definitely, man. Yeah, so establishing a workflow is very important. Cool.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so like once a founder decides to move forward, is there anything that tends to slow down the process more than it should?
It depends. Like for example, the person who's hiring is like sometimes like a bit doubtful. Do I really need someone? Do I need someone full-time? Do I need someone part-time? Do I have enough work? But also like we always present 3 candidates, you know, like 3 really perfect, like the best candidates that we found. Like we present them. So if after the 3 that we present and they are not happy with all 3, we need to do the procedure again. It takes us about 5 to 7 days to present the 3 candidates, to vet everybody, from like 30 people. We do all like face-to-face interviews, go back to 3. But if after those 3, they are not perfect, then we need to go hiring again. That takes a lot of time, and that sometimes is like, like you got the momentum right now, you know, like sometimes it's like, then we sit together and try to solve it in that way. We always find the solution. Yes.
Good. It's working properly, you know, shoulder to shoulder. That's great. This is like a partner in a sense, really. Good.
Yeah, exactly. And that's also, you know, like a lot of the founders that we work with, we actually keep in contact. Also after we check up like 2 weeks, 1 month, how is it going? Is it to your satisfaction? Is there something we can help with? yeah, that's also really really important, like the follow up and yes.
Yeah, and so I guess follow up on that is what are like the primary roles you recruit for or provide roles for? What kind of areas? Marketing, sales? Is it across the board
Yeah,
or?
like it's actually from, for example, an executive assistant, like the right hand of the CEO or the
Okay.
founder, to yeah, also more technical roles, SEO, marketing, developers, web
Mhm.
design, finance, yeah, like bookkeepers. Yeah, and actually
Amazing.
we can hire for any role. So if there is like a custom role and you need something like, for example, we helped somebody like in the supply chain industry. They were looking for someone that could do multiple things, but their main focus was on sales. So we found somebody who was like a sales manager. She also led teams and everything, but she also had some background in marketing. So she could keep up the socials, she could keep up the website.
Okay, amazing. Yeah.
So those kind of things we do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great, man. And I guess also if you're vetting the candidates beforehand, if they have they're likely to have a lot of experience in whatever they're doing as well in different areas.
Yes.
So I guess you need to plug and play somebody who doesn't just understand that specific task. It's probably best to
Yeah.
have somebody who kind of understands the full picture because then they're able to apply their skill in a way that works within the whole body of the business. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
True.
That's good.
True.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And after the right person is in place, what would you say the main things that change within a founder's day-to-day work looks like?
Well, it obviously frees up your time, so you can
Yeah.
again think about strategy. You can again like not work in the company, but like on it. So you can set
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can think again about like why you're doing this. You most of the time also you find back your happiness. Like you again like reminded of like, yeah, why did I start this? It
Yeah.
wasn't to
Go
have a
back to watching
headache, but
movies and
it's
stuff. I'm
yeah,
done now.
no, but yeah, but like then
Yeah.
you again like, oh yeah, then you see is actually like what's going out in the world, like what have I been doing, like really focused in my little world, but actually what's happening outside of that? What can I do
Yeah,
more?
absolutely.
What can I apply
Gain
more to
perspective.
grow? To yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, completely. Perspective is so important, I think. Even
yeah,
it's I mean, yeah, we're all in our kind of little bubble, like
yeah,
focusing on what we think is really important. But sometimes, yeah, it's just a recharge of battery sometimes to figure out like actually this is what I should be working on. Or like even
yeah,
doing market research. Like it might not feel like work, but seeing what your competitors are doing, you could
exactly.
easily just completely lose track of like, okay, what is my actual business doing in comparison to everybody else in the market? Are we better? Okay, this is what we need
Yes.
to do now. So yeah,
Yes.
that's very
Yeah, and
true.
you can then stay one step ahead or two steps ahead of your
Yeah,
competition, and
yeah,
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 true.
completely. Cool. With the rise of AI technology, where do you see human talent coming in as most valuable?
Well, that's actually like really interesting because, yeah, of course, like we really are for hiring human to human, but actually, I really love AI tools. I also use
Yeah.
them a lot myself.
Mm.
Um, this is actually like what we just talked about. Like, okay, take a look at your competition, what they are doing.
Mm.
Most of like, or you have like really the AI recruiters, or you have like people who still do human to human. Human to human mostly don't want to know that much about AI because it can take over everything.
Yeah.
I see it differently. That's also why we started actually the AI Academy. So within Worldclassly on the website we have an AI Academy. It's like
Fantastic.
a free academy that actually like collects all the best courses from the biggest companies. So from OpenAI, from Microsoft, from Oxford, from
Wow.
everybody who has
Yep.
like a course. Like we selected the best ones, and they can
Mm.
actually be followed for free. And also you can get a certificate with that. Um, this certificate also you can add to your CV in our system, and that actually
Okay.
like yeah. So I really believe like AI tools are there like to make the productivity of humans better. Like
Mm. No,
humans
absolutely. It's
still have
enhancing.
like the oversight. They still need to feed the information, even with AI agents. Like if you really follow it, because many I see that also happening on LinkedIn a lot. Like people are like selling AI agents as like, oh, they take over everything, fire everybody, no salaries paid, and it's done. Like
Yeah.
they run
Yeah.
everything, but they are actually also a tool. and of course they do their certain job, and they come back to the human, who then decides like, okay, how are we going to do this, and then like yeah, it's kind of working together. I see it like working together as a tool.
No, definitely. For now, at least, it is definitely. I see.
Yeah. For now, of course, I don't know in the future, like with AGI.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. I think we'll be in a completely different world. I mean, I listened to one of Elon's podcasts recently, and he was just saying like, well, if robots create if they take over kind of the production of energy, they produce the chips that go inside the robots. Well, the robots just do everything. It's like, okay, so now at that point, does money even exist? When they are in control of the entire production kind of line of every, resource, it's just like, so maybe, at some point in the future, I mean, it's probably like 20 years down the line or something, hopefully, but it's going to be like a whole different space of work.
Yeah, but I also think like we are actually like kind of in a shift, same as with the Industrial Revolution, Then also people didn't know what was going to happen. You know, like kind of like people were also losing their jobs then, and it actually like evolved into different jobs. So I think that that will happen as well, like in any job. And then like also Worldclassly will like evolve as well, like we will...
exactly. It's don't know how you would even put that into an analogy, but it's almost just like, it's like redshift. I don't know if you're familiar with that,
no.
Theory. Redshift is a theory, if I'm not mistaken. It was a while back that I learned about this, but theory that everything in the universe is expanding at the same rate. So, for example, if my cup is expanding infinitely at this rate, I also am. So I can't tell that this is expanding because I'm also getting bigger. So like as AI advances, we're just going to have a shift for, if everything's commoditized, it will just become the kind of, standard resource. And then we're going to value something completely new. So the products and services will be tailored around what we now value, which is something different. Maybe it's something more human-based, more recreational, but there'll still be services around those things. I think
true. I think you also have a certain counter effect. So people actually want to get away from technology, kind of be out in nature, enjoy touching the grass, and be more around family, be more that counter effect. But also you see, for example, in jobs, that evolves. It's like more the AI data analyst, or like an AI developer, where it normally was just like a developer. Now it's it really goes all to AI, and that's also good, and that's also something I'm looking at right now. Like, we also need to offer those roles. Of course, it's difficult because it's quite new. So to find people with like really deep experience is difficult, and it's difficult because actually the big AI companies, they hire, of course, themselves also. Like they for them it's also new, like it grew so quickly. But we are also looking into that, like to have really AI specific roles within Worldclassly.
That's amazing. Yeah, so interesting, man. We'll see what the future holds.
I'm enjoying it. I love it.
Completely. It's like, it's a disruptor, obviously, in like every industry, but that's what makes it exciting. So that's what business is. And so with the AI Academy, you're basically training the candidates with the AI tools, as well as so you can kind of plug and play people who are updated within new technology, right?
And they are actually like also by segment, like by sector, actually. Like, for example, there are specific courses for SEO, for e-commerce, for sales, for there are all these kind of courses. And of course, there are so many, so many people don't know where to find the good ones. So we actually did that. We selected like the best ones in one place. And our candidates can visit it, but also our clients can visit it to see like, okay, what is the course about, and what does it bring me? What kind of value does it bring me? But that's the first step in providing like AI within Worldclassly.
And so would you recommend Worldclassly to people who are thinking about not hiring humans because of AI's advancement? Because these humans, they still understand how to implement AI, and they could maybe, be a part of implementing more AI into companies into the future.
Yes,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's also, I try to like always post on LinkedIn about that also. I
Mm.
try to be a little bit like a counter on just put AI and like what I posted last week was like there's research also on the ROI of AI, because
Yep.
many companies they implement AI, but they not in the end actually like it doesn't really bring so much value, like
Yep.
financial value yet.
Yep. Mm.
So yeah, I try to like make people think about like, oh, how is AI? How should we implement it? Should you
Yeah.
implement it? Yes, but I also believe in this stage still, it's good to have good people working with
100%.
AI.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, and
exactly.
then instead of that, you have a team of like 20 people, maybe you can do it with 5, but they use the AI tools, they're proficient in it, and they can do the work of 10 or 20 or
Exactly, exactly. Fantastic. Yeah, it's all about just, I guess, plug and play in people who are there mentally in terms of, what the best tools to use. Because like you can obviously, if you're
yeah.
somebody who doesn't understand these tools, you're probably working at like, I don't know, two-fifths at least of the rate of somebody who does use like the best cutting edge AI tools, or probably even less, like a tenth of the work rate. So yeah, cool. Okay. For founders listening, who are likely to hire in the next few months, what should they be preparing now to avoid expensive mistakes later?
Well, like we just discussed before, it's actually have your systems in place.
Yeah.
Your standard
Yeah.
procedures should be known.
Yeah.
Read on our website, read into the onboarding process.
Mm.
And if you have any questions, you can always come to me. I answer all emails by myself. So
Yeah.
you can see also on our website, I have like a button that you can really book calls with me. So a
Yeah.
direct call, 15 minutes. We go through it. Because if there's chaos in your company, same as with a local hire, it
Yeah.
won't work. So you
Yeah.
need to
Need
like,
order.
prepare. Yeah, better prepare for 1 month and then hire and it works than that you prepare for 1 week. It's a bit of chaos. People come in and it doesn't work from both sides because we want success. We want your success, for the
Yeah.
founders. We want your success. That's what we're here
Yeah.
for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. That's probably a good way to end as well. It's been a pleasure,
Yeah.
man. Really
Thank you
insightful.
so much.
Really insightful. And I think honestly, it will be coming to you at some point as well for our own kind of hiring solutions, likely. So it'll be great, man.